Hello everyone. In this audio, I am going to explain the poem Caged Bird written by Maya Angelou. First, I'll give a brief note about the poet Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou is one of the best known writers in America. She was born in St. Louis, Missouri on April 4, 1928 and died at the age of 86. She is an acclaimed American poet, storyteller, activist, and autobiographer. Angela is best known for her series of 7 autobiographies which focus on her childhood and early adult experiences. Her books center on the themes such as racism, identity, family, and travel. She was respected as a spokesperson for black people and women, and her works have been considered as a defense of black culture. This poem, Caged Bird, is a metaphor illustrating the difference between African Americans, the blacks, and the Americans, the whites, during the civil rights era. The poet, as a black woman who grew up at this era, expresses her own feelings of discrimination she suffered during her life. In this poem, the poet used a simple metaphor, birds. The contrast life of two birds. One is caged bird and the other is free bird. The caged bird. The caged bird, which conveys the frustration and sufferings of African Americans, the blacks, who are oppressed. The free bird, the whites, which is carefree, can able to move very freely. It has freedom also. The theme of the poem is the emotions about freedom and isolation. Coming to the poem, I'll read the first stanza of the poem. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. This is the first stanza, and the explanation for this stanza is the poet begins the poem with the imagery of the free bird, which leaps of the wind, depicts the freedom of fly freely through the air and floats down the stream where the current of the wind stream ends. The bird dips its wings in sea and rolls itself in the orange sun rays. The free bird moves freely in the peaceful environment and flies wherever it wants to go. It is courageous to fly wherever it wants to reach without any limitations. So in this first stanza, she has explained about the free bird which enjoys its freedom. Now coming to the second stanza, I'll read the poem, second stanza. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied. So he opens his throat to sing. This is the second stanza, and the explanation for the second stanza is, in this stanza, the poet describes the contrast condition of the caged bird. The caged bird is isolated in a narrow cage and its wings are trimmed and feet are tied. So it is unable to fly and moves up and down inside the cage as its wings are trimmed and feet tied. Though it is not free to move, it is free to sing. So the caged bird is able to only open its throats and raise its voice for freedom. So it is free to open its throat only, and it is ready to sing the voice of freedom. Now, coming to the third stanza, the caged bird sings with a fearful thrill of things unknown, but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. So this is the third stanza, and in the third stanza, the poet emphasizes the fearful tone of the bird, which sings about freedom. The caged bird sings about its dream of freedom, which cannot be predicted itself. Unknown here in this stanza refers it cannot predict what will happen if it gets freedom. But the caged bird is longing for freedom. The tune can be heard over the hills and far away and all over the world. Here, all over the world refers that the poet is representing the black community imprisoned by the oppressors. The whole community is suffering, so the whole community is expecting freedom also. The poet describes the hope of the bird to get freedom. So this is the explanation of third stanza. Now coming to the fourth stanza. The free bird thinks of another breeze and the trade winds soft through the sighing trees and the fat worms waiting on a dawn bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. In the fourth stanza, the poet describes the condition of the free bird which has freedom. The free bird is free to choose its breeze and fly through the trade winds which softly blow through the sighing trees. Here the poet refers sighing trees as the trees are very much worried and like jealous about the bird which is flying freely, and the trees cannot fly because it is deeply rooted in the earth. The free bird has no restrictions to choose its choice of freedom to fly. The free bird can eat the fat worms that come out of the soil in the morning. The free bird enjoys the freedom as if the sky and the whole universe is its own. The free bird thinks that the whole universe, the whole world, the universe is its own and it can move wherever it wants. Now coming to the fifth stanza. But a caged bird stands on the grave dreams, his shadow shouts on the nightmare scream, his wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. In the fifth stanza, the poet describes the pitiful condition of the caged bird which has unfulfilled dreams. It is unable to enjoy its freedom, not even in dream. Even in the dream also it cannot enjoy the freedom. It has always only has fearful nightmare as its wings are trimmed and its feet are tied. Like here the bird is very much thinking about its condition, so the dream is also very much fearful. This pathetic condition of the caged bird made to open its throat to sing the song of freedom. This is the explanation for fifth stanza. Now coming to the final stanza. It is a repetitive stanza. The caged bird sings with a fearful thrill of things unknown, but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. So this final stanza, it is a repetition stanza, like which emphasizes the perseverance of the caged bird, which again open its voice and again it is singing repeating the same song, like in order to get freedom. This reveals the hope of the bird to achieve freedom, and the poet metaphorically says that the positive attitude of the caged bird, which hopefully expecting freedom, like it should be a message for those who are fighting for their rights, especially the black community which expects freedom. So the poet ends with the repetition of the stanza, like the poet is emphasizing on the perseverance of the caged bird and the hope of the bird. So here comes the end of the poem. Thank you.